Good morning, everyone. All right, Miss Miller here to teach lesson 14-3 on describing and comparing by weight. All right, let's go ahead and get our screen going. You should be on this page right here. Let's watch our video. Listen up.
Marta has a pencil and a book.
Oh, hang on.
She wants to put the
Oh, hang on. My volume's down. Here we go.
lighter object in her backpack. How can she figure out which object is lighter? Draw the objects where they belong on the balance scale.
All right, we're going to listen to that one more time.
Marta has a pencil and a book. She wants to put the lighter object in her backpack. How can she figure out which object is lighter? Draw the objects where they belong on the balance scale.
Okay, so this one is a little bit harder without being in school and showing you guys an actual scale. But I can tell you on a scale, the heavier, if you put two objects on a scale, one on this side or on a balance scale, one on this side and one on this side, the one that is heavier will make the balance scale go down. So whichever object is heavier would fall down to the ground, and then the lighter object would stay on the side that is up in the air. So she wants to figure out which object is lighter, a pencil and a book. So on this one, since we don't have a real scale to figure it out, you are going to have to just try to think about it. So I'm going to get a pencil. I have a pencil right here. Pencil's pretty light. It's not very heavy. And I have a book. A book's not very heavy either, but I think a book is going to be heavier than a pencil. All right, so if you agree, get out your pencil and we're going to draw the book on the heavy side. You can just draw a rectangle, and a pencil on the lighter side. The pencil would go way up in the air because it doesn't weigh enough to make the scale go down. All right, when you are finished with that, go ahead and do your hard flip, and we will move along to our video portion.
Look at the scale. An apple is on one side and a cherry is on the other. Which fruit is heavier?
Which fruit is heavier? So remember on the first page I talked about the heavier item will make the balance scale go down and the lighter object will go up. So it looks like the apple is down and the cherry is up. So which fruit is heavier? Let's see if you were right.
The apple is heavier. How do you know the apple is heavier than the cherry? The side with the apple is lower. Look, two apples are on the scale now. Which apple is heavier?
Ooh, they're trying to trick us. So look right here, there are two apples on the scale. Which one is heavier? Which side is lower? Think about that. What do you think? Let's find out the answer.
Neither apple is heavier. They weigh the same. The weight of the first apple is equal to the weight of the second apple. How do you know they are equal? Neither side of the scale is down. The scale has a melon on it now. Which fruit is lighter?
All right, which fruit is lighter? Which fruit is up into the air on the scale? So which part of the scale is up? That tells you which fruit is lighter. Think about it, and let's see if you are right.
The apple is lighter. How do you know the apple is lighter?
How do you know the apple is lighter? Remember the scale. The lighter object goes up on the scale and the heavier object goes down. Let's see if we are right.
The side with the apple is higher. Which fruit is heavier? The melon is heavier. How do you know?
Let's try it.
Compare the fruits by weight by moving them onto the scales.
All right, so we have an apple, and let's do another apple. Oh, wait, it won't let us do that. Okay, we have an apple. So this side of the scale is down. So that's what they're telling us. The apple is heavier than what? Which fruit over here would be on the lighter side, the side that goes up? If you said cherry, you are right. The cherry was lighter than the apple. All right, which two fruits made the balance scale equal or go flat like this? Neither side is up or down. If you said two apples, you are right. And for this one over here, we have a melon on the scale, which the melon is down, so the melon is heavier. What fruit can go up here? What is lighter than a melon? I think we have choices. We could put a cherry. A cherry is lighter than a melon. Or we could put an apple like they showed us on the video. So that one you have two choices. All right, good job.
The side with the melon is down.
Now you know how to use a scale to tell which objects are heavier and which are lighter.
All right, so now let's try it. We're gonna look at our paper and start with number 1. For all 4 of these, it says draw a circle around the heavier object and mark an X on the lighter object, or underline the objects if they are the same weight. So the first one they did for us, they have a TV and a DVD. So think about a TV at your house. Could you carry that? Probably not. So a TV is going to be very heavy. And a CD, a disc into a movie case. Can you carry that? Yeah, I think so. So this one they did for us. The TV is heavier, so we will circle it, and the CD is lighter, so we will cross it out. All right, let's move over to number 2. We have a book and what looks to be like maybe a magazine. So this one's a little bit trickier, but this book looks pretty big. And this magazine looks pretty small, so what do you think? I think we're going to go with the book being a little bit heavier than the magazine. So circle your book and cross out the magazine. All right, number 3. This one's a little bit tricky because they kind of look like toys, but we are going to pretend or say that this is a toy phone and this is a computer or a laptop. So which one would be heavier, a laptop computer or a toy phone? If you said laptop computer, you are correct. So that means the toy phone would be lighter. So put an X on the toy phone. All right, next up we have a whole box of crayons or one crayon. Which one is heavier? A whole box of crayons or just one crayon? If you said the whole box, you are correct. Circle the whole box of crayons. They are heavier than one crayon. Cross off the one crayon because it is lighter than the entire box of crayons. Good job. Now flip it like a pancake and move on to the next page. All right, we are going to do the same thing on this entire page. Circle the object that's heavier, cross off the one that is lighter, or underline both objects if they weigh the same. All right, let's start right here with number 5. I see 2 pieces of bread. 2 pieces of bread are the same thing. And remember on the video, when they took 2 apples, what happened to the balance scale? It stayed even, right? One side did not go up or down. So if we have 2 pieces of bread, I think they are going to weigh the same. So we are going to underline our 2 pieces of bread. All right, number 6. How you guys can do this one real easy. You have a backpack or 1 piece of paper, a whole backpack on your back or 1 piece of paper. Which one is heavier? If you said backpack, good job. Circle the backpack because it is heavier. Cross off the paper because it is lighter. Number 7, you have an orange and a cherry. So if you don't have these in your home, just think about it or think about what they look like. An orange is about the size of a baseball and a cherry is about, I don't know, but it's just little size of like a little rock. So which one is heavier, an orange or a cherry? If you said orange, good job. Circle the orange, cross off the cherry. All right, number 8, we have a small alarm clock or a larger grandfather type clock. Which one do you think would be heavier, or would they weigh the same? Think about that for a minute. If you said this bigger clock is heavier, you would be correct, and the smaller clock would be lighter. So like I said, some of these are kind of hard. You just have to think and make a guess on what you think is best answer because we can't actually weigh them. Number 9, 1 banana or 4 bananas? Which one would be heavier? 1 banana or 4 bananas? If you said 4 bananas, you are correct. 4 bananas would definitely weigh more than 1 banana. All right, and this last one. This one to me is a little bit tricky. I'm not sure the answer. We have a bracelet with a bunch of charms or a ring. So what do you think? If you have these items at home, why don't you go hold them? 1 little ring or a little bracelet? I think it's going to depend on how many charms and how much the charms weigh. So I'm going to let you pick on this one. I think they could possibly weigh the same, but I actually think the bracelet is going to weigh more because it's bigger and has more stones, okay? But like I said, you never know for sure on something like this. Jewelry doesn't weigh a whole lot. But let's go ahead with the bracelet being heavier and the ring being lighter. All right, good job, friends. Go ahead and do your hard flip, and we're on the last page. And remember, this page is for you to do all by yourself, but I will go over the directions for you. Right here, number 11, 12, 13, and 14. So 11, 12, 13, and 14. You need to look at the 2 objects. Circle the one that's heavier, mark an X on the one that is lighter, or underline them if they are the same weight. So that's what you do on 11, 12, 13, and 14. Number 15, you see a red crayon. You need to draw an object that is the same weight as the crayon. What do you think could be the same weight as the red crayon? Think about that and draw your answer. And number 16, I want you to draw 2 objects. The heavier object is going to go in the space on where the scale is lower, because remember, on a scale, the heavier item goes down and the lighter object goes up. So I want you to draw a heavy object on this side of the scale and a lighter object on this side of the scale. Be creative. Think about what could be heavier and what could be lighter. It could be anything you want. All right, and that is it. So, all right, good job, good luck, and have fun on comparing and describing by weight. Good job, friends. See you next time.